It's going to be a little breezy today and tomorrow. So if you're doing the egg hunts early, those eggs may be rolling around a bit. Otherwise, we're going to have temperatures in the 80s to come our way starting even today. Normally, we should be in a mid-70s, but nope, we're going to be above average today in the low 80s. Even the mountains above average. Normally, you should be in those low 70s, and you're going to be in the mid-70s today. Your afternoon forecast, a little bit all over the place here with some 70s to 80s. Obviously, warmer towards the upstate where we have 82 to 85, I think is where a lot of us could get with mostly sunny skies, a breeze. In the 70s in the mountains. So here's the breeze I'm talking about. It's nothing too intense. We're going to see these south winds today, southwest winds transition to that into tomorrow. And with it, we're just going to be pulling in some warmer air. So gusts around 20 to 25 miles per hour at times into the mountains, even into your Saturday afternoon. So those activities, again, those Easter eggs shouldn't be rolling around too much. If you're wearing the Easter hats, the Easter getup, at least you're not going to have, that big ordeal where you have to chase around the decoration sort of thing. But you're going to notice this breeze from time to time, on top of just a beautiful weekend. Saturday into Sunday, warm, again a bit breezy with a little bit more cloud cover into your Easter Sunday versus on Saturday, but not a big deal. At least we're staying dry. No showers detected for Easter Sunday, really over the weekend in general. Again, highs in the mid 80s, well above average. It's into next week where things start to get a little tricky. I will say. Rain chances are all over the place, 20-30% chances, maybe even scattered showers at times, picking up a bit more. So on and off rain chances, things are not settled yet when it comes to what we're going to see. Highs could dip a bit because of the rain chances and continued rain chances in cloud cover. So back to the low 80s and 70s potential into next week here for us. Otherwise, it's better than what we have this Easter weekend. It is going to be a warm one, starting off with temperatures in the 50s and 40s for many of us, or whether you're headed off towards the north, the south, the east, the west, close to home at least. We're going to be nice and dry. Temperatures starting off in the 40s and 50s here. Let's get you out the door on this Friday. We do have temperatures at 52 here in Greenville, 52 in Clemson, so maybe a couple degrees warmer here and there than some yesterday. 50 in Lawrence, the 40s though off towards the east of Greenville into Spartanburg, Gaffney, and Union, 48 to 49, 45 in Hendersonville, and 46 in Brevard. So some still do want that light jacket this morning, and not just right now, but the next couple of hours too, where temps may drop just a couple degrees or stay pretty stagnant through about 6 to 8 o'clock. Back by 10 though, we're in the 60s, 70s come this afternoon to a 78 by 2 o'clock with lots of sunshine, a beautiful day, and then will come the 80s. Now the change today and the next one, happy Friday. Let's talk about what we're going to be experiencing over the weekend. Some warmer weather for us today, 82 degrees, so back to the 80s, at least for the upstate, which is well above normal. We should be around mid 70s. Low 70s for the mountains, and mid 70s is where we're going to be. So that afternoon high today ranging from the 80s to the 70s out there, low to mid 80s, back to the 80s today for the upstate, which we had on Monday. So we're kind of back to how we started, at least this work week. Breezy conditions, so winds starting to gust up to 15 to 20 miles per hour for the afternoon and evening. Just a light breeze though, you can see. So gusts not going to be too intense, a little bit higher in the mountains, 25 mile per hour gusts. Continuing into Saturday too, so at least the eggs aren't going to be rolling around too much. You're not going to find your Easter decorations in the neighbor's yard ordeal, but it is going to help us warm. And those gusts do stick around 15 to 20 even into Saturday. So warm and breezy, helping us reach 85 degrees for that high temperature. Again, a warm Easter. You can kind of dress how you want to. The dresses don't need those extra sweaters for Easter Sunday service. And we can wear shorts, we can wear t-shirts, whatever you want going into Sunday still. 84 degrees. With the forecast starting to show those temperatures do slowly decline into next week because of the rain chances. I will say, models are still not in agreement. One day one model wants to bring in rain, and the next it doesn't want to even show any rain at all. We're completely dry. So on and off scattered showers, no washout conditions, no concerns. We're going to see how this front plays out into next week. Again, it could dip our temperatures because of those continued rain chances. And then Katherine Noel, it is Good Friday, and we're starting off on a fantastic note out there. Temperatures in the 40s and 50s of days this Good Friday. Going to have highs in the 80s for us. So we're out of the 70s trend, back to the 80s today again, and then warming even into Saturday and staying pretty similar on Sunday, just pulling in a little bit more cloud cover and staying dry all Easter weekend long. Those overnight low temperatures in the low 60s to the upper 50s. So waking up feeling a little mild out there. Maybe you do want to start with the jacket or at least a sweater throughout the morning, but you certainly do not need it. Each afternoon and evening warming up again to the 80s, well above average. So this warming trend does continue with these winds picking up a bit today into tomorrow, bringing in some extra warmth and highs in the 80s again starting today. into the next couple of days, into really Sunday evening here for us. And we'll talk about the change up that does come into next week. Breezes will be anywhere from 20 to 25 for those gusts, so not really blowing around the Easter decorations much, and shouldn't have much trouble with those egg hunts if you do have one going on this weekend. We have light winds into Sunday and then back to a breezy start into Monday of next week, and starting to bring in some rain chances. Next week we are seeing a little bit more agreement here and there for the afternoon evening when it comes to a chance of isolated to scattered showers. More so isolated right now. We could pick up scattered shower chances as we go into next week as well, but this is something we'll just have to see with this front as it does to pull on through. Actually looking at Monday, a little bit drier too at this point as well. So we are seeing some cloud cover here and there. This is going to be the change up. Seeing those showers off towards our west though by Monday, and then into overnight into Tuesday. We'll start to see them pull on into the mountains first, afternoon and evening, seeing those showers pick up for the upstate, and then again into Wednesday. Similar situation. We're going to watch that chance for showers to continue, maybe even through the rest of the week of next week. Hometown highs today, though, just a downright gorgeous day. Mostly sunny skies and 80s returning, as mentioned. Cowpens to Gaffney, 81, 83 into Belton, towards Seneca, 82, towards Liberty, and then up towards the mountains, 77 in Waynesville, Hendersonville, 75 in Brevard. Going to be warming into Saturday, Sunday staying pretty much close day, and maybe the next couple of days. We'll talk about that. A little tease for you. We do get warmer into at least tomorrow through Easter weekend. Definitely going to be above average, but stepping out this morning to the 40s and 50s out there. 46 in Spartanburg towards Gaffney, some of the coolest across the upstate, down towards Union where we have 48 degrees. Maybe you do want a light jacket in that area. Low 50s into Greenville and Clemson, mid 40s to low 40s into the mountains. 42 in Asheville towards Hendersonville. Warming up nicely and quickly again today. So back to the 60s by 9, 10 o'clock. Shedding any layer that you did put on this morning, especially by the afternoon and evening. You certainly do not need it then. 72 degrees by noon, and then at 80 to come by 4 o'clock, and a whole lot of sunshine ahead of us today. Our sunniest day of Easter weekend with highs in the mid 70s, even into areas like western North Carolina above average. Low 80s to mid 80s for us today. Again, warming into tomorrow. We'll talk about your Easter Sunday forecast. The winds will start to kick up today into the afternoon and evening. Nothing too breezy, but a bit breezy at times, which we'll talk about how long that lasts into Easter weekend, plus any rain chance into next week. All of that coming up later, but let's talk about the roadways here on this Good Friday with Chris Scott.
Hey, Catherine.
Breezy winds do pick up today and tomorrow, which we don't love to see. No rain through Sunday, but next week does bring on and off rain chances for us. Scattered chances, which we'll talk about, and humidity does stay low. Afternoon forecast outside of this, we have those breezy winds again. That's going to be one of the stories that you'll notice the difference from the past couple of days, but helping us reach highs in the 80s for us. So the warmth is back into play today, just how we started this work week in the 80s. 82 to 83, even 84 towards Greenwood, and 70s in the mountains. So yeah, if you're thinking this is not normal, right? And the answer is yes. We are above average again today with highs in those low 80s for the upstate. Normally we should be in the mid 70s. Normally you should be in the low 70s for the mountains, but today you'll even be in the mid 70s here for us. Picking up those winds by the afternoon from the south, you can see. So nothing at least that's going to blow around those Easter decorations, maybe a little bit towards the mountains where we have gusts up to 25 miles per hour, but the upstate staying around the 20s for the gusts towards the afternoon into the evening. Even again, very similar into your Saturday here, so shouldn't disrupt those Easter egg hunts, which is great news. But again, gusts around 20 to 25 miles per hour the next couple of days, leading to your beautiful forecast here, pulling in a little bit more cloud cover Saturday, a little bit more into Sunday as well, partly to mostly cloudy skies, and highs in the mid 80s on both days here for us. So 5-day forecast past Easter weekend is going to show you changes on the way into next week. We're not going to have as dry of a forecast. Isolated to scattered showers are going to be back into play almost daily. Monday is looking much drier, but we do have an increased chance into Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, with maybe some highs dipping here for us too due to those increased rain chances just a little bit, but still going to be above western North Carolina and the upstate. 51 in Greenville, 46 into Spartanburg, 47 into Gaffney, 52 into Lawrence, and then low to mid 40s into the mountains. Your dog walking forecast, again, great day to get outside in general. I know Penny's going to be all about this weather. The 50s to the 60s from 7 to 9 and a whole lot of sunshine lasting throughout the entire day. Our sunniest day of Easter weekend, I will say. Warming to the upper 60s by 11, mid to upper 70s to come from 1 to 3. It does come with a little bit of a breeze into the afternoon and evening, but it's going to feel nice with the warmer conditions on top of us with the 80s for those afternoon and evening highs. We're going to talk more about the warm up still to come into the rest of Easter.